Hey there! Thank you for watching the gameplay video for Cultists of Cthulhu. I recorded the video a few days ago with a bunch of friends came over, we played the game and had a blast. Unfortunately, my camera ate the first few minutes of the video, so now I'm recording this to give you a bit of overview of how the game is played and tell you how the setup works, and then we're just going to jump right into the video of the game already in progress. For a more in-depth explanation of the rules and setup and how everything works, you can look below in where you can find a link to the complete rules, or above in the reviews by Undead Viking and Let's Level Up. They go into detail on the rules a lot, and it's really great. So the first thing that we do is we pick which scenario we're going to play. For this game, we played the fungi from Yuggoth, which is, I'll read you the backstory. A wormhole is opening between Earth and the distant dwarf planet known to Earthlings as Pluto, and to its inhabitants as Yuggoth. The portal has attracted the mysterious scavengers of the void of space, known as night gaunts. The masters of Yuggoth, the fungal alien Mi-Go, already here on Earth in disguise as humans, may wish to return to their home world. And some poor human may be so foolish as to try to summon one of those horrid slave beasts formerly enthralled by the Mi-Go, the dreaded Shoggoths. So that's the setup for the game, for this particular scenario. Thanks to the Elder Sign being broken last night, there's a portal opening up between Earth and Yuggoth, and the cultist, who's one of the players, we don't know which one yet, but we'll find out in just a moment, they're going to try to use the portal in some way. There's one of three different things they could be doing depending on which cultist they are. Either they reveal themselves as a Mi-Go, or they summon 3 night gaunts, or they summon a Shoggoth. So the scenario tells us our goals as academics and how we can accomplish those with scenario actions. So there's two-part goals. There's A1, A2, and B1, B2. You have to do part 1 before you can do part 2, but you can do A and B in any order. So you could go A1, B1, B2, A2, or anything like that. So goal A1 is to assemble a complete Elder Sign. You can get pieces of the Elder Sign by doing well on events, or by doing scenario actions, such as, for instance, in the anthropology office, you can use a focus check to try to find a piece, or in the art department, you can use a finesse check to try to make a piece. A2 is to take the complete Elder Sign to the observatory. B1 is to find the Star Codex, which is an item that's either in, or it's an artifact, which is either in the vault, where you look for it with a focus, or it's in the library, where you look for it with reason. Interesting thing about here, about these actions, whichever one of those you complete successfully first, you don't find the Star Codex there. Rather, you're certain it's not there and it must be in the other room. B2 is to use the Star Codex. There's an action printed on the card for it, and you have to succeed at that action in order to complete B2. So once we've picked the scenario, then each player picks a different character. The characters all have different strengths and weaknesses. The ability scores are Finesse, Brawn, Reason, and Willpower, and the thing that you get for your ability score is 2 colored dice. There's green, blue, and red. Green dice are the best. They have 3 good faces, 2 weird, and 1 bad. Blue dice are the middle with 2 of each, and red dice are the worst, with 3 bad faces, 2 weird, and 1 good. So once you've picked your character, then we build the map. You can see there's some pretty cool GIFs of building the map a few different ways down below. And the map is pretty simple to build. There's just a few simple rules, like doors have to touch doors, stuff like that. There's indoor and outdoor tiles, and you can build one big building or a bunch of different ones. You'll see what it looks like in a minute in the next video. Once you've built the map, then we distribute the roll cards. The roll cards either tell you you're an academic, so motorcycles. Either you're an academic, so you're on the same team as all the other academics, and your card tells you the specific way that you're going to go insane over the course of the game, or it says you're the cultist, and it tells you which cultist you are, when you're allowed to reveal yourself, and what happens when you do. So the One thing worth noticing here is that you get your roll cards after you've picked the scenario, after you've picked your character, and after you've built the map. So if you're the cultist, maybe if you knew you were the cultist before you built the map, you might do things a bit differently. But since you don't know whether you're going to be the cultist or an academic, you have to make decisions that would be about equally good for you either way until you find out which one you are. Then, once we've all got our characters and our roll cards, picked the scenario, and the map is built, we put our characters down on their starting locations, which is different for each character, and then we start the game. Each player takes a turn, and then once it goes back all the way around to the first player, they draw 2 star cards, pick one of them to play, and one of them to shuffle back into the deck, and then the player to their left becomes the new start player, and a new round begins. So, that's the setup. Now let's just jump into it.